Following Bloomberg's recent report, business people are speculating that XRP's value will skyrocket, perhaps surpassing $60,000. The following daring statement was made by a Bloomberg journalist. XRP is like Bitcoin for banks. According to Bloomberg, a business news website, these reports are accurate. According to a reliable source, speculation about XRP's potential skyrocket to a whopping $60,000 is gaining traction. Before this occurred, Ripple publicly stated their goal of having XRP replace Bitcoin as the preferred cryptocurrency among financial institutions. Nonetheless, these aren't mere speculations or idle claims. The news that Ripple has formed a partnership with the ISDA is also quite noteworthy. They were publicly identified on live TV by a Bloomberg advisor. Their planned XRP ledger transactions are worth a staggering $120 quadrillion. The starting price of XRP could have to be about in order for it to manage such massive sums of money. We will go into greater depth about each of these events as the movie progresses today. If you're interested in learning more about XRP, we would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, and join our group. We will also be giving away a lot of XRP after we reach 60,000 followers. There are just 3 easy steps required for you to place your bid. Things in today's film. We follow the drama around Bloomberg's prediction that XRP may reach a staggering $60,000 in a matter of hours. To begin, though, we will go over Ripple's grand strategy for forging significant relationships within the institutional and financial sectors. Both Ripple and the International Swaps and Derivatives Association (ISDA) were topics of discussion. As discussed in the video previously, dealing with over $120 quadrillion is only scratching the surface. Ripple affects a lot more regions than the 8 we've been discussing so far, but we have focused largely on North America and Europe. As an example, Ripple is achieving significant progress in the African market. Collaborate with Africa to revolutionize African cross-border payment processing. Not only will this project benefit Africa, but it will also facilitate trade between Africa and several other key regions. It would be a huge convenience to be able to transmit money from the UK to African countries. All of these things might be accomplished by the Gulf Cooperation Council and Australia with Ripple's platform at this level of unprecedented global financial integration. All of these fascinating changes will be discussed in today's film. Financial news giant Bloomberg has been quite vocal about the potential superiority of Bitcoin and XRP in particular. This isn't a fresh tale, it's a recurring motif, particularly when they mention stuff like, "We can discuss the price of XRP at $60,000 now." Although it may appear so to some, this is not fresh knowledge. As an example, we have seen such guessing in the past. Bard. The article titled "The New Bitcoin is XRP and it's heading to $59,472 was published by the prestigious financial news outlet Forbes. An intriguing aspect of this narrative is that it was removed off the internet shortly after it was up. This is not empty rhetoric, it is actual data. Twitter GPT is only one of several AI systems that have verified it. The striking similarity between these narratives is intriguing. The analysis by Bloomberg and the piece by the now-defunct Forbes both point to the same trajectory for XRP. This opens the door for it to compete with Bitcoin and perhaps even surpass it. Given that Bitcoin's all-time high was close to $60,000, this is significant. Discussions over the potential future value of XRP are heightened when these prominent financial sources reach a consensus. The motivation behind these bold assertions must be understood. Why limit themselves to prominent business publications like Bloomberg and Forbes too? Forbes was the first to predict a meteoric rise in XRP's value. This is based on more than just coincidence. Evidence of people's growing confidence in the digital currency industry and XRP's potential role within it. The significance of XRP hinges on its position within the ecosystem of digital currencies. Cryptocurrency holders should exercise caution and hold on to their Bitcoin holdings. The name XRP, however, is starting to get out there. Global transactions made simpler. The goal of its collaborations and innovative technology is to make international trade more efficient, faster, and cheaper. Given the current state of international finance and trade, this is of paramount importance. The technology behind XRP is built upon Ripple's. Since blockchain technology is designed to be fast and scalable, XRP is a great option for both private investors and banks looking to streamline their processes. People aren't simply speculating about XRP's worth and the potential effects on the global financial system when they claim it will touch or surpass $60,000. Systems are displayed. So XRP isn't simply another coin, it's more than that. You should consider it a tool that, with the ongoing evolution of digital currencies, has the potential to revolutionize the handling of funds. XRP is obviously a major one. In light of the insights provided by Bloomberg and Forbes, as well as Ripple's technical advancements and business alliances, success is in the horizon for XRP. A recent example of this trend in financial journalism is the removal of an XRP story from Forbes following an AI review. The story was removed from the site shortly after it went up. This isn't an isolated incident. There seems to be a trend when industry-affiliated financial news sites swiftly remove stories. Articles written by thought leaders regarding XRP and other cryptocurrencies are swiftly removed off the internet. The rapid deletion of these articles and the subsequent lack of response is perplexing. This isn't limited to Forbes. Despite sharing and verifying this information, an advisor to Bloomberg made a remark on XRP that was identical to what we witnessed previously. It appears like everyone is pulling in the same direction to minimize or perhaps halt it. Reports and publications discussing XRP are not visible to the general public. This fits into a larger trend of keeping things to oneself. What's happening behind the scenes is hard not to ponder. Why is it that you don't want anyone to know about these XRP discussions? In a filing for the Star, as the iShare XRP Trust ETF so ably demonstrates, despite its significance, this move was underappreciated. The fact that such a large bank is considering accepting XRP ought to be headline news, but the pattern of deletion and silence is downplaying its significance. Instead of clarifying what to do, this pattern of deleting and being silent makes things more complicated. The world of cryptocurrencies, and XRP in particular, has undergone significant changes recently. Why are so many people trying to hide this information from the public? There has been mounting evidence linking BlackRock to XRP. An incredibly peculiar development is the recent denial of these allegations. This remains accurate, despite the fact that reliable sources such as the news page of the Delaware state government made it obvious that a BlackRock advisor had established an XRP ETF trust business. The evidence was plainly visible to all. These confirmations were subsequently revoked. The first tweet, for instance, attributed BlackRock's choice to establish the trust in iShares XRP was a good choice. In an unexpected twist, he later returned it, claiming it was incorrect. These discrepancies are not coincidental, and it appears that BlackRock is trying to downplay its interest in XRP so that it appears that other large institutions are interested as well.